Okay, I'm live. So hello everyone. Speedy Hedgehog, live here with another new live stream. Today, I'm going to be building a house in Minecraft, and well, I'm not going to be building just a house. In this world, I'm going to be making my very own city. It's going to be a very good video as I will be building a giant city in this flat world filled with wandering traders, chickens, and other animals. So, we are going to be building a house. I got the video up right now. It's from TSMC Minecraft. Go subscribe to him if you haven't already. He's a pretty cool dude. Before I build it though, I'm just gonna go shut my door. I'm back. Alright, let's do it.
Hey, what's up YouTube? In this video, I'll be showing you how to make a realistic suburban house. And I have designed the inside and the outside for you, which I'm quite excited to show you. I hope that you guys like it. So on the front of the house, as you can see, we have a nice archway and we have a garden set behind it, a footpath and a driveway. We have a path that leads all the way to the back garden, which also has another stone archway. But on the back garden, we have what is known as a pagoda, which houses a hot tub and a seating area inside of it. A pagoda is very much like a gazebo, except typically the roof is a little bit exposed. We even have a conservatory back here as well, which is basically just like a nice room to hang out. We have a garden shed and we have some nicely decorated flower beds and flowers, and it's just quite a pleasant back garden. It's decorated with all different kinds of plants and lights, and well, it's just quite nice being back here. But if we come all the way to the front of the house again so that we can come inside, I feel as though that it's best that we walk through the front door. We are immediately greeted by a hallway that has a hallway table, and we have a place to store our keys, and we have our armor stands, and we have a chest, and the lower part of the house is actually split into two halves. So if we go into this left half, we have a dining room with a dining room table, and we have a couple of lamps that show us or illuminate our bay window. We have a kitchen. So the kitchen is a little bit open plan with the dining room. We have a breakfast bar. We have an island in the center of the kitchen. We have our cooker. We have our sink. We even have a little pantry in here as well, kind of built underneath these stairs. We can even access the conservatory, which has a sofa or settee, or well, what else could we call it? A couch? I guess it's got so many names. We have a table, we have a television, we have books, and we have a bit of a chill out, a half wall, landing area with elves and whoever may like a blue bedroom. So we have a wardrobe situation, and it's pretty much the master bedroom is a bit different in the fact that it's a big dressing table, big square-shaped bath. We have now, ladies and gentlemen, the reason that I designed all of the inside and outside for you is because I get so many requests to make the inside of my builds that I really can't ignore it anymore. If you would like to see a separate tutorial in which I show you how to make everything that we have just seen, so the entire inside and the outside build exactly how we have just seen it, could we please hit 2,000 likes on this video, and I will absolutely make the inside tutorial for you, no problem. That's all I ask, ladies and gentlemen, and also comment down below and let me know that you do indeed want to see the inside. If you do, if this video hits 2,000 likes, I will do that, no problem. But without any further ado, let's get started. Here are all of the material that you will need to make your house, please do make sure that you have access to all those materials and enough of them as well. And now that we have all of our stuff, we can get started. So the first thing that we are going to do is start with a row of 2 brick in a row on the ground. So 1, 2. We then want to place 5 quartz block.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 2 more brick. 1, 2.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Extend inwards by 1, right 1, up by 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then go right by 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then extend down to the ground, and then take the block that hit the ground and go right 1 towards you, right 1, and then place 5 quartz going right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 2 brick going right. And now we want to do the length of the house. We want to go back by 20.
20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. We then want to extend that 20th block across by 8.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We then want to go in 1. We then want to go right by 6. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We want to extend 1 block towards us. And then we want to go right. And we want to join back on ourselves. So all the way back to the very start of the build, just like this. And this is pretty much the floor plan for the build. Quite simple, hopefully, as you can see. What do we want to do next? Well, the house has some bay windows. The windows are quite simple. We have these 2 rows of 5 block of quartz. I want you to extend them 1 row towards you, and then I want you to extend the 3 middle blocks towards you. I then want you to take the edge of the window, so the 2 blocks on the left and right and the 3 on the ends, and I want you to place 2 rows of glass block. I'm specifically using black glass because it seems to just fit with this build, but do feel free to change it. And we want to place them on the edges of the quartz. I'm then going to place an additional row of quartz on top, and this is what the bay window shall look like until we add some roofage. So the next thing that we're going to do is of course the next one. So we're going to add a row of block of quartz, we're going to extend the middle 3 blocks, and then we're going to add 2 rows of glass along the outside. And once we've added the 2 rows of glass of any colour, feel free to use anything that you like, we're then going to place a row of block of quartz on top, and that makes 2 pretty fine windows. We want to raise up all of the brick to be as high as the brick that we have at the front of the build. So when I say the front of the build, I mean this is the entrance right here. The bricks want to be as high, so you don't really have to make it complicated, you don't have to count it, but if you did want to, 1, 2, 3, 4 rows of bricks extended. You want to connect the brick together across the top of the windows. You don't want to match the shape of the top of the bay window, you simply want to connect it across. And we're also going to raise up all of the brick for the build, so every single brick, this is going to make the lower half of the house. Now, as we progress through this, you're going to, or you may wonder to yourselves, where are all of the windows, where are all of the details? I would recommend, and this is me, saving adding windows until you make the inside of your build. As I have said a million times, I would always recommend waiting until you have figured out what the layout on the inside of your build is going to look like before adding a mass amount of windows, unless the windows are a feature of the house, such as those 2 bay windows on the front. And this house has plenty of windows, ladies and gentlemen, don't get me wrong, but I would recommend really do wait until you have completely figured out what you want to be where until you add them, because then you can really make a feature of them, you can really make them count, or at least that's the way that I see it. But there are some obvious placements and we can talk about that in a bit. So this is what we want to have so far, ladies and gentlemen. This is the foundation for the house. This is pretty much this is ground floor. This is floor numero uno. I don't know my Spanish. Anyway, we're going to grab brick stairs and we're going to make an archway out of the front of our house. So this is actually going to be the main entrance. There's going to be a doorway here just on the right, or you could choose it to be the middle. But the idea is that behind this archway we have a layer of white concrete like this. And I like the idea of there being a little window here on the left, which I'm going to use glass block for. I like the idea of there being a door here on the right, and I'll hang a lantern up there a little bit later on, but hopefully that gives a little bit of context as to how I want this to look. Now, I want you to grab your white concrete, and we're going to do some of the second floor. If you come all the way up to the top front right-hand corner of the house, which is of course here, and you place a row of 8 white concrete extending backwards along the top row of bricks, so 1, 2,
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then you extend that 8th block inwards, and then to the right by 6. 1, 2, 3, 4.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
4, 5, 6, and then you extend that 1 block towards you again, and then extend that all the way to the right. This is the shape that we want to have. You see, we also want to have the white concrete overhang the front and the back of the build by 1, and we also want the white concrete to be 5 rows high in total. We already have 1 row, so 2, 3, 4, 5. And this is what we want to do. We're going to extend the outwards white concrete rows upwards, so the parts that are even and flush level with the brick part of the house, the white concrete, we're just going to extend it all up, make sure it's all as high as each other. It wants to be 5 rows high in total. We're going to extend the white concrete back a little bit here, and then this center part is going to be a window. The window is very simple. All we have to do is add a vertical row of white concrete on the left, the right, add a row across the top, and then another extending down, and add 2 rows of glass pane here. These are actually going to lead on to hallways. These will be the ends of the hallways, and it will actually work very well for the inside of the house. I want to do this on both sides of the house, by the way. So on the opposite side of the house, you might remember we want to start from either side really, and we want to place a row of 8. 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8 white concrete. Extend in. Left by 6. 1, 2.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
3, 4, 5, 6. Extend towards you, and then left. We want to make sure that the white concrete overhangs. We want to add 4 rows on top of it. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we want to fill the outward parts in using white concrete, and then we want to add a little window into the center. Can we add the same window on this side as we do the opposite side? Yes, as the upstairs is actually laid out very, very well. It's almost, you can walk almost in a cross shape through the entire second floor, and that, as I mentioned, the 2 side parts of the cross actually culminate in these windows. So it's actually quite a nice layout upstairs, which I'm sure that you may have seen already. If not, you will have seen at the end of the video, which is past tense. You will see at the end of the video, unless you already cheated, went to the end of the video and then came back here, and then that grammar would make sense. We're then going to add a little window here, just like this. We have to make sure that the white concrete does indeed hang over the front of the house, and then we have something that actually looks a little bit bizarre. Honestly, I don't know what this looks like quite yet, but it looks a little bit crazy. And now that we have done that, what do we want to do next? Well, it's quite simple. We want to join the left and right sides of the house together. We'll start with the bottoms because it's quite easy to do. You simply want to place a row of white concrete that extends around the outside of the brickwork just below. And we just want to place white concrete, as I said, extending around the brickwork like this. We then want to make the white concrete as high as the white concrete that we have on the sides of the builds. I'm going to completely fill in the areas with white concrete and then add the windows inside. I just think it would be a little bit easier than fiddling around with the windows that and then placing the white concrete around it. It just seems a lot easier to do it this way around, but we want to have this. We also want to make the shape for the roof. So the roof is split into, and as a matter of fact, I just realized something. We just want to shave a block off on the left and right sides of the build. So right in the middle, we want to have an area of white concrete that is the same area as the entrance just down below. So we want to have something which should look like that. We don't want to have just the 3 rows in the middle. Okay, so these 2 areas here on the left and the right side, we want to turn them into pyramids. So you can see that we've got this long flat row of white concrete. We want to add rows of white concrete on top of it that are 1 row shorter than either side, culminating in a single block right up at the top to make an apex. So we want to do that on both sides, just like this, extending inwards rapidly until we eventually have something which should look like that. So there are windows involved here. The windows are quite simple to add. What I want you to do is I want you to come to the base of the pyramid on the left side here, which is, I suppose, the easiest way to say it. I think the base of the pyramid here, and we want to go to the right by 1, 2, and then we want to drop down 1, destroy this block, and then we want to destroy to the right by 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Destroy the row underneath, and that is what the window shall look like. So we want to place 2 rows of black glass pane in here, just like this. We want to move over to the left. We want to do the same thing. If you just follow the window over to the left and just leave a gap of 2 on both sides, it should be quite easy to simply copy it. What it basically looks like is that the window is almost in the center of the wall, and it will look even more like that once we add the little roofs above the bay windows. We also have to have a window in the center here. As I remember, I do want to say this is actually a window that shines into the master bedroom. The window, if you follow the lower row of panes into the center part of the house, and you find the 3 middle blocks in the area above the entrance, you destroy the middle 3 blocks and the row below. Fill it in with glass. Those windows are not centered, so you can see that the middle window is actually lower than the other 2, and I actually think that creates quite a pleasing thing to look at, because it's not quite even, but it sort of is. It creates a distinction, I think, rather than it looking like Cyclops from the X-Men, if you know what I'm talking about. Okay, so to make the roof of the bay windows, we simply use our dark oak wood stairs, and above and outside of the bay window, I want you to place a row of dark oak wood stairs that never actually touches the bay window, really. It never touches the quartz at the top, but it goes up and around and above like this. We don't want to fill in the space up above. I'd recommend placing sideways dark oak wood stairs above the empty space on the left and right, and place a forward-facing row of dark oak wood stairs in between the top lighter. I then want you to fill in the gaps that will remain at the top of the bay window using dark oak wood stairs, and that's about that. That's as easy as it gets. We want to do this on both sides, so we add the roof that goes all the way around the top, around the outside, just like this. Here, we add the dark oak wood stairs above the little gap. I used the wrong material there. We place sideways stairs at the left and right sides with just straight, normal front-facing dark oak wood stairs in the middle, and that is how things will look. So that is a pretty cool effect. It almost looks a little bit creepy. if you take one side of the house, this almost looks like an eye, like a robot eye, and then a mustache, and then a mouth. Am I the only one that sees that? You tell me in the comment section. Does it look a little bit creepy? I don't know, it does to me. Okay, so the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to whip on over to the back part of the house, and we're going to do something similar back here. So we want to have the same white concrete area that we placed on the front of the house directly translated onto the back. Do remember that we're going to have to open up that middle back part of the build, so just above where the back entrance is going to be, we're going to have to shave off a row of white concrete on the left and right hand sides just to make it look a little bit better. Otherwise it looks a little bit cramped, and I'd rather have the 5 rows instead of 3, but we can extend it all up. The white concrete wants to go all the way around the top of the brickwork. We're then going to destroy a row of white concrete, like I said, just in the middle, just to make it the same as the front of the house. We're going to turn the left and right hand sides of the house into pyramids, so we're just going to take the long rows of white concrete and we'll gradually extend them up both sides, just like this. Here, 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 and here, just like that. That's looking fantastic. We want to grab our glass. We actually want to have the same windows also that we have just on the front of the house, directly on the back of the house as well. So we can take the upper part of the pyramid here. We can extend 1, 2 rows inwards, down 1, destroy a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, row underneath. Same on the opposite side of the house. We want to have a row of 5 in the middle, row underneath. We want to take the bottom row where the window would be. We want to find the center point of this little white concrete area in between, and we want to destroy the 3 middle blocks and then the row underneath, and then that will give us our set of windows. We can then fill these in using black stained glass pane or any variety of glass. You could even use block. I'm really not opposed to block whatsoever. I just really like the black glass. Contrasting very well against the white concrete. It's up to you how you want to do it. Okay, so now that we've done that, I want to mark out where the back entrance will be. It's actually very simple. The back entrance isn't as luxurious as the front entrance, although you could make it so if you wanted to emulate it. But the back entrance for me, I decided to just have like a double wide door here. But if you did want to make it a lot fancier, then you could have the same as what you did have on the front. So if you were to knock out all of the central brickwork, leaving kind of like an N shape here, and then added upside down stairs into the 2 corners, and then if you added white concrete behind, and then maybe this time we'll make it a bit different in that we'll just have a central door, then you could have the same thing as you had on the back, and then you can hang a lantern in the center as well, since the house is a little bit symmetrical but not completely. Okay, so what are we going to be doing back here? Nothing quite yet. We'll finish off the build with what I have planned for the back. So now it's pretty much time to add the roof. And the roof is very, very simple, ladies and gentlemen, incredibly easy. So on the sides of the house, we want to have, on the left and right hand sides, we want to have dark oak wood stairs extending up from the very sides of our pyramid all the way up to the top. We're going to have dark oak wood slabs just up at the top, extending from front to back. Just smooth, easy rows of dark oak wood stairs. It's as easy as that on both the left and right hand sides. It's not really complicated whatsoever. We take the tops and we place dark oak wood slabs up at the top. And another feature of the roof, as with most roofs, we are going to want to hang...
What? What?
Are you live?
Yeah?
Is your camera on?
No? Wait, can you keep the door open? Thank you.
One row over the actual house as well, and we're going to place upside down stairs underneath the overhanging row. At the top, we're going to use a plank rather than a stair. So we have the overhanging row of stairs, and then we're going to have a plank just right up at the top. So slab, upside down stairs, plank, just like this. And we're going to do the outer parts of the roof first. Not that the middle roof is difficult whatsoever to do, it's just I find it a bit easier if we just work on the simple part of the roofs, which is just these two sides, you know, the outer parts. The parts that don't have to connect together in any way, which way sort of form at all, then, that was a confusing sentence, in any way whatsoever, then we can do the easy part, and then we can do the difficult part afterwards. And then that was a confusing sentence. In any way whatsoever, then we can do the easy part, and then we can do the difficult part afterwards. And they will join together in such a way, and it will look quite nice as well, because what we're going to be doing with the middle part of the roof, you can see that the roof peaks where we have the dark oak wood slabs, right? Well, we're going to make the middle of the roof a little bit smaller than the two peaks, and in doing that it will create a bit of a contrast in the roof, a little bit of a varying shape, and it will just make it look a little bit nicer. So we can place all this here. Perfect. So now that we've done that, you can see these two halves are wanting to join together. We're going to place dark oak wood stairs on the two inside points, and we're going to join the stairs together in the middle. We're going to place a row of dark oak wood stairs along the edge of the roof like this. The dark oak wood stairs want to overhang one row. We want to place upside down dark oak wood stairs underneath on both sides. So we want to have a row of dark oak wood stairs along the outside. We want to have it hanging underneath. We want to place upside down dark oak wood stairs underneath, just like this. And then what we're going to do is we are going to join the roof together in the middle. So we want to basically just take the rows of dark oak wood stairs and we want to join them together in the middle like this. So we want to take the stairs, we want to extend them inwards and across to each other like this. So just like that. And how far do we want to take it? We're going to extend the roof together inwards like this until there's one dark oak wood stair left. So you can see that we have this, and then we've got the dark oak wood stair near the top, we've got the slab up at the top, and then we're going to extend the stair towards the back of the build like so, like this, and then we're going to place dark oak wood stairs along the outside. We're going towards the back of the build like so, like this, and then we're going to place dark oak wood stairs along the outside. We're going to extend it one row forwards, and then we're going to place upside down dark oak wood stairs underneath, just like. To place dark oak wood stairs along the outside, we're going to extend it one row forwards, and then we're going to place upside down dark oak wood stairs underneath, just like that. So we want to have the edge of the roof edged using dark oak wood stairs like this, exactly how we have it on the front, and then like this here, here, and here, and then we want to place upside down stairs just underneath like this, and then we already have the dark oak wood stairs joined together front to back near the top of the peak of the roof, and then we just have to join the inward portion of dark oak wood stairs together. So that will leave us, if you might not have realized this yet, actually, maybe you have, in doing it this way we will actually have a massive gap in the middle of the roof, and that is where the dark oak wood planks will come in. So once we've placed these like this here and here like this, perfect, we will have this. So just a big open middle roof, and we're just going to fill the middle of this in using dark. Why will you not place on the back of the, there we go, perfect. So we're just going to fill the middle of this gap in using the dark oak wood planks. It will take a little while, but once that has been done, that will be the roof. And it's actually quite a large roof, as I realised. I didn't realise how big it actually was until we started filling it in. It didn't seem so bad when I designed this place, but it's actually kind of huge, isn't it? So let's finish up like this. Perfect. So what that will give us is this effect, and can you see what I mean? How you get the two peaks on the left and right hand side with the flat part in the middle. It looks pretty good, and that is what I like. Perfect. That looks fantastic. So now that we have done that, the next thing that we are going to do, the next structural thing that we're going to do, is we are going to add a conservatory. So a conservatory is basically like a little glass addition added onto one's house, and we're going to add one here because it seems like a realistic thing to add to a build. And we're going to use brick for this, we're going to use glass, quartz stairs, quartz slabs, and we're going to use iron doors. We're going to take the back corner of the house here, and we're going to place a row of 6 brick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, extending from the back of the house. We're then going to extend the brick left towards you, left towards you, left by 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, then in, left, and then extend it, just like this. We're then going to place 2 rows of glass on top of the brick, so 2 entire rows of glass on top of the brick. Actually, I want to make sure, yeah, it is indeed 2. For a second, for one split moment, I thought it was only 1. I'm really glad that it's 2. So add 2 rows on top of the bricks like this. We're then going to add quartz stairs on top of the glass. If you've never seen a conservatory, which you probably have in some sort of way, I'm sure, it's a lot of them have a foundation of like brick, and then a lot of glass window paneling, and then there's usually some sort of like white plastic or something around the top of it, and that's the roof. We're going to add a glass block inside of the quartz area, and it's quite a tricky shape as well because a lot of them are kind of like these kind of like dome shapes, like this, sort of like semicircles. What we then want to do is we want to, you know what, we'll actually fill in the entire roof with glass because that's a perfect area to just fill in with glass. We're going to leave 1 row's gap, and we're going to place a row of quartz slabs like this. It kind of just forms kind of like a circular shape around the top of the conservatory like this. So if that makes sense. So that's kind of like the structure of the conservatory complete. We're also going to want to find a way to get in it. I'd recommend destroying 2 rows of space somewhere along the inside of it, kind of close to the back door, and planting 2 iron doors there. It can be anywhere along here, it doesn't really matter, but that's a conservatory, a very realistic thing to add to one's house. Now that we've done that, we're going to add some boundaries to the house, and then we're actually going to be pretty much done. So we're going to need, I just realised we are missing a material, but I'm sure that will have been in the item list. We need dark oak doors, buttons, lanterns, we're going to need brick blocks, and we also need a hedge material, which can be any leaf. I'm going to be using oak. On the back door here, I'm just going to add a back door by placing a dark oak door right in the middle, lantern just up above. That's the back door. On the front door, it's pretty much the exact same thing, except for the fact we're going to add the door here, doorbell, lantern, just like that. As simple as that. Oh, you know what? Front door is pretty much the exact same thing, except for the fact we're going to add the door here, doorbell, lantern, just like that. As simple as that. Oh, you know what we're actually also going to need is brick stairs as well, but that's not until a little bit later. On the left side of the build, I want you to come over and I want you to grab your brick blocks. I want you to place a brick extending from the left side of the build, and I want you to extend the brick forwards by 11. So
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I want you to extend to the right by 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And then
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Alright, guys, I'm gonna end the video, or, should I end the video? I don't know. I'm gonna think about it real quick. I'm gonna end the video. There will be a part 2. There will be a part 2. I'm saying there is going to be a part 2. So yeah, I'll see you guys in part 2. So yeah.
You could.